Terrifying Thursday. How are we doing, everybody? We are back with Moving the Chains. This guy. I am back. We're rocking and rolling. I went 11-4 in my picks last week like I do every week. I got some against the spread picks that are excellent. So I'm going to rock and roll. Let's start with this. So last week, I went 11-4. I thought I did pretty decent. Was wrong on the Seahawks. I thought the Steelers would win. That was a shocker. I thought Vikings would win. Falcons won. Raiders I thought would win. That was ugly, as I mentioned before. Chargers won that one. And then pretty much the Colts, I thought Broncos had that game in the bag until the Broncos had some SSF moments, stupid shit football, and it happened to them. So now we're on to week 3. Got a lot of desperate teams. 0-2 teams historically do not make the playoffs. I think there's a 12% chance. But since they made it 7 teams in 2020, I think there's only a 12% chance still. So I'm rocking with this tonight. Dolphins, Bills. I'm recording this. It's 14-7 Buffalo right now. And I just saw Josh Allen surpasses 300 career touchdown passes. Great job for him. Awesome job. I'll give you guys some reactions to that game tomorrow. Dolphins, Bills. This was one of my against the spread picks. Buffalo by 12.5 at home. Should dominate. Should cover. Although Miami's keeping a fight. They're trying to get to one win. Something's got to give in that game. Packers, Browns. One of my another against the spread picks. A big line. 7.5. Take Green Bay all the way. Cleveland's, I think, hoping to get the number 1 overall pick. Get a quarterback. Get this thing figured out. I do like the talent on Cleveland, but they're just a shit show right now. But give me the Packers in that one. Pretty big. Colts, Titans, something's got to give. Titans are eventually going to get their first win with Cam Ward. I've seen some improvement, but this team needs a lot more to grow with. New coach, new GM, same coach, but new GM and Mike Borgazzi. But give me the Colts in this game in Tennessee, getting the dub. Colts continue their perfect streak so far. Bengals, Vikings, a battle of the backup quarterbacks. Jake Browning versus Carson Wentz. Snorefest. But I think with Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, 2 teammates going at it in this game, give me the Vikings in this spot. I think the Skull chant is going to be rocking and rolling on Sunday in Minnesota. Give me the Vikings in that spot. Steelers, Patriots is a get-right game for Pittsburgh. I'm rolling with the Steelers. They cover this pretty easy. I don't think it's going to be a slightly close game. Aaron Rodgers, Drake May, very good matchup. 2 defensive coaches, very respected. Mike Tomlin, Mike Vrabel. But we'll see how that goes. Rams, Eagles, a matchup of divisional round playoff game last year when the Rams were 12 yards away from going to the Super Bowl. But give me the Eagles in this spot. I know the Eagles have not looked pretty. I have not been impressed with them. But give me the Eagles in a very, very tightly competitive game in the NFC that could be a playoff game down the road this year. Jets, Buccaneers, I'm rolling with Tampa on this one. Tyrod Taylor's replacing Justin Fields. Jets just don't have a lot of juice offensively outside of the 3 running game monster that they have with Braylon Allen, Breece Hall, and the backs they have. I'm just not bought in right now. I know the Jets have historically always beaten Tampa. It's one of those weird outer conference rivals. But give me the Buccaneers in this spot. They're covering 6.5. Take that to the bank. Raiders, Commanders. I'm kind of going back and forth on this game. Kevin Craner is a big Redskins fan, I know. I'm going to go with my Raiders in this spot. 24-21 in a very, very tightly competitive game. But I could go either way on this game. But give me my Raiders. 24-21 over the Commanders. Falcons, Panthers. Something's got to give. Carolina still hasn't had a win yet. But give me the Falcons in this spot. They keep their dominance going. They keep this pass rush momentum going against this very banged up, scattershot offensive line for the Carolina Panthers. So give me Atlanta in that spot. Texans, something's got to give. They got to get a W, man. They were 0-2 with C.J. Stroud and D'Amico. Give me this win. They always have dominated the Jacksonville Jaguars recently. I am excited to see Trevor Lawrence, Liam Cohen. That was not a great look last week where he's telling them, fuck you, and on the sideline. Besides that, give me the Texans in this spot in this game. Broncos, Chargers, as we're moving along here. I'm going to go with the Chargers in this spot. Listen, I want to go again. I want to say Denver, but I hate the Broncos with a passion of 1,000 suns. But give me the Chargers. Better team right now, more disciplined, more tough, and all that. Saints, Seahawks, one of my 4 out of the 5 against the spread picks I have. 7.5. Give me that 7.5 with Seattle. They cover. They eventually get those 12s rocking and rolling up there in Seattle. So give me the Saints. Or give me Seattle, 7.5. I almost caught myself there. Give me Seattle, 7.5 on that spread pick. And then Chiefs Giants. Cowboys Bears. Excuse me. I'm getting too ahead of myself. Cowboys Bears. Bears are going to eventually get a win. Not this game. Too much for CeeDee Lamb. Too much for Dak Prescott. Too much for Javonte Williams. Give me the Cowboys in Chicago to beat the Bears. Cardinals 49ers. Could be a very entertaining game. Two 2-0 teams going at it. Cardinals historically have always played the Niners tough. And Kyler Murray always gives them fits. But give me the Niners in this spot. They're at home. This defense is going to corral Kyler Murray. Mental midget. Mayor Munchkin land. I got the Niners in that spot. Chiefs Giants. Something's got to give. 2-0-2 teams. They got to get a win. Somebody does, right? Or they can end up in a tie. Snorefest. But I'm going to give the Chiefs in this spot 6.5 points. Get that spread. Listen, the Chiefs are not as bad as the record is. They've been in these tight games. They played 2 playoff teams from last year, the eventual Super Bowl champions, and then the Chargers first week. So give me the Chiefs in this spot to win in a tightly competitive game. Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, 2018 rematch. Chiefs in Seattle, and Russell was in Seattle. Lions, Ravens. Max Lawson, I'm talking to you, big guy. I'm rolling with the Ravens in this spot. I know the Lions. They could be really good. Goff on the road, at home, different kind of quarterback. So give me the Lions, give me the Ravens, in this spot to cover. I just think it's going to be, M&T's going to be rocking. It's hard to play Lamar. Last time I saw the Lions go to Baltimore, it was a absolute shit show because they don't play them often. So you can prep and you can do all this stuff, but when you get to live action, it's a different kind of feel. So maybe they figure them out second time around, but I just have a hunch and a gut feeling that the Ravens end up winning this game on Monday Night Football, and I think it'd be a very, very competitive game. Could be a Super Bowl matchup. Lions, Ravens representing NFC, AFC. But give me those right now. Stay tuned tomorrow night. Hopefully we do as well as last week, 11-4. I'm 25-6 so far in the year. Fucking decent, Ricky. Woo! So got me feeling nicey. But I hope you guys are doing well. Stay tuned throughout the week. I got some content. Football's here, baby. Content's always rocking. We're rolling, moving the chains. Have a great night. Terrifying Thursday. Peace.